Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on what time it is that you're watching this video, or simply good hello. I'm Dr. Carolyn Kennedy, and I will be your professor for SPOL 635, Classroom Behavior Management for Special Student Populations. This is a video about our very first assignment, which is a Getting Acquainted discussion board. And so this assignment serves a couple of different purposes. One, of course, is to give me an opportunity to get to know you. So I will be the talking head in front of you for the next several weeks. So on our first night of class, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So by you creating this video, you're going to do me the favor of doing the same and telling me a little bit about yourself. Also, I like to try to create a sense of class community. And with us being an online class and not getting the opportunity to meet in person, this is kind of like the next best thing. So that this gives us the opportunity for everyone to get to know each other and for your classmates to get to know you. So that's another purpose. But the other one is very, very intentional. So once you open that discussion board and you probably read my directions, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, she wants me to do all of this for a discussion board? What did I sign up for? There's a method to the madness. So there's a reason behind that. It's very purposeful and intentional. So as you know, every UC class has a signature assessment. So where our class is about looking at student behavior and figure out what we're going to do to intervene on behalf of our students in regard to that behavior and helping to develop a plan to bring about a change so that way we can help our students to be able to learn to self-manage and to be able to improve their behavior in the classroom setting so that they can be successful. Our culminating assignment for our course is an FBA, a functional behavior assessment, with a BIP, behavior intervention plan. Pseudo, of course, and I'll explain all that in the video about that assignment. We're in an 8-week class. We are not doing a full-blown FBA. It's what I call a pseudo FBA, but we'll explain that all later. The part that you need to know for now is that in a typical setting for an FBA and BIP, when you're presenting that behavior plan, you're usually presenting it in an IEP meeting, and everyone sitting at the table can see what it is that you're presenting, either because it's displayed on a projection screen or because everyone in the room has a hard copy in front of them. As I mentioned, this is an online class, and since we don't have those luxuries, what we will be doing instead, or what you'll be doing instead, is presenting it to me. So you will be creating, based on using a template that I provide from a Google Sheet, you will be creating a template, or you'll be using the template to create your FBA and your BIP. You will download those as a PDF, and then you'll display them as you present them to me. I want to be able to see you present as I would if I was your admin sitting in the IEP meeting with you. So since your signature assessment is worth 150 points, 50 points for the FBA, 50 points for the BIP, 50 points for the video, I thought it would be beneficial if your very first assignment, which is only worth 15 points, gives you the opportunity to practice all of the skills that you need for that, as far as the being able to open the Google Sheet, make a copy of it, fill it out, download it as a PDF, and then display that and make a video and make sure that it's displayed in the video. I would much rather you run into a hurdle on a 15-point assignment on week 1 than wait until right before that assignment's due in week 7 and find out that you've run into an obstacle and we don't have time to figure it out. So like I said, method to the madness, definitely intentional, not just specific and very, very detailed for no reason. It was definitely a purposeful reason. So again, good hello. Glad to see you, or glad to be seen, I guess. So with no further ado, I'm going to attempt to make this work. My computer and I have been fighting this evening, so this is about I don't even know if I want to admit how many attempts, but it's been several attempts. And so hopefully this time we're going to make it work. Hopefully this time. So I have it open right now, my iLearn page, and I've got it open to student preview mode, because otherwise what I see isn't the same as what you see. So from the student preview mode, I'm going to navigate to the discussions. And the only one you should be able to see is week 1, because I don't open them all up at one time. So when you open that and you see that, you're going to see that there's a whole lot of information here. I'm kind of detailed because I'm just slightly OCD, just a touch. So as it mentions here, this is the 15-point assignment as opposed to the 150-point one for your signature assessment. The link to the video, obviously you found the video because you're watching it. Granted, though, this isn't actually the link because I'm making the video. So that's just a different link, but it's not this link. It's actually the link to the old one before I changed the template. But anyway, not important. So, but the link to the template is here, and the link to the template is also here. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that now. So once you click on that link, it's going to force you to create a copy. So I'm going to click on make a copy. All right, as it's loading. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in this information. You'll see now it says copy of, because I've created a copy. And like I said, very, very straightforward, very simple. Says my name is, so I will fill that in. And then it says my experience working with children. Sorry, went the wrong way there. My experience working with children. I'm going to say have had the opportunity to work with children. Alt enter to go down the next line to have special needs in a variety of settings across grade levels, elementary, middle, and high school. All right. And if you don't know how to expand that, you can either click on the cell and set it to text wrap, or what I did was once I got close to the line there for my column, I hit Alt Enter. I don't know how to do it on a Mac, but on a PC base, Alt Enter then will bring it down to the next line. So the next question says, or the next prompt says, my knowledge of behavior intervention. I'll say not, or let's go with definitely not, an ABA therapist. But I have experience working with children who have emotional and behavioral challenges. My comfort level with using Excel to create graphs. And so you'll be using Excel to create graphs for a couple of assignments in our class. So for the first one will be in the reinforcer survey that you'll be completing. That one you'll be creating 2 graphs. And in the data collection project, you'll be creating 4 graphs. And then in the FBA BIP, you'll be creating at least 1 graph. So if you're not familiar, the back of our textbook, the appendix is all about using Excel to create graphs. And then also I've posted for you on our iLearn page a few different resources just to also support you in that. But it's can be a little scary, but it's not at all impossible. So my comfort level, I'm going to say definitely, or I'll put not an expert. I'll say challenged, but not defeated. All right. An interesting fact about me. All right. So one interesting fact about me is I love to collect, if I can type, cherished teddies. All right, you're probably wondering, what are those? So I don't know. They're these little cute little bears. So a lot of people have probably heard of Boyd's bears, more so than they've heard of cherished teddies. Frankly, I think cherished teddies are so much cuter than Boyd's bears. So for example, let me show you a cute one. Hold on. So this is an example of what cherished teddies look like. All right. So I have probably roughly 130 of them. I don't know. I've lost count. So a little bit of an obsession. All right. So now that I have filled in my questions, so I went to the discussion board on our iLearn page. I clicked on the link for the template. I created a copy. I've completed it. The next step now is to download it as a PDF. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Download. I'm going to click on PDF. I'm going to click on Export. It's saying downloading PDF. It's going to force me to save it, right? And so for ease of finding it, I want to save it on my desktop. And for ease of finding it, I'm also not going to change the name. I'm going to leave it what it is. And I'm going to hit Save. And then we're going to see if I can get it to open and still display the picture. So let me see if I can get that to work. All right. Hold on just one second while I navigate to make this work for me. All right, so now you should still be able to see me. So what I did there, because when it opened the other screen, it made because I'm using Vidyard. You can use any video recording system that you like to use. I'm just familiar and comfortable with Vidyard, so that's what I typically use. But you can use anything that you so choose. That's completely up to you. So it opened it in a browser. Let me see if I can also open it actually in my PDF. And then I can shrink that so that way it shows both my video and that at the same time. So remember, for your assignment, I want to be able to see you as well as your template. So this is one way you could do that. All right. And for, like I said, Vidyard, the video bubble stays with the browser that I was in when I first created when I first opened up the video. So that's why I'm having to split my screen. There are all kinds of others. I believe I included for you some links on how to make videos in our week 1 folder. And in that folder, you will see something on Loom and something also on Screencastify. Whatever you use, completely up to you. I'm not at all concerned by what you use. Just make sure that when you upload the link to the video, so you don't have to upload the template. Not for this assignment. For the FBA and BIP, I do need you to upload the FBA. I do need you to upload the BIP as well as the link to the video. For the discussion board, all I need is the link to your video. That's all I need you to do as far as what you're uploading. So from here, once you've got your template, you're going to tell me about yourself. So I would start by saying good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on what time of day you're watching this, or simply good hello. I'm determined to make good hello a thing. I'm just saying. I am determined to make it a thing. So I'm Carolyn Kennedy, and I am looking forward to a great semester of being with you and learning alongside you. I do not pretend to have all of the answers because I know that I don't. I am a lifelong learner, and I am confident that I will learn from you and that we will learn alongside each other and learn from our classmates as well these next 8 weeks that we're together. My experience working with children with special needs. So when I first went to college, I was going to be an accountant. Absolutely dead set. I was going to be an accountant. However, I had to work while I was in college. And so when I was in college, I started working as a instructional assistant and then as a substitute teacher, because believe it or not, I made more money as a substitute teacher than I did as an instructional assistant. And I ended up in a long-term substitute assignment working in a program called Content Mastery in El Paso, Texas. And it was in that classroom that I found out that my plan was not his plan. And that was all she wrote. So I've worked in elementary school. My first setting was in middle school. So I worked in middle school. I worked in that Content Mastery lab. I also did resource and inclusion. I've worked in a residential facility for teenage girls between 6th grade and 12th grade and GED prep. I've worked in a middle school behavior model class, is what they called it. And we'll talk about that when we start talking about behavior mod compared to behavior principles. But anyway, modification. But that's what they call it. My class was behavior mod. So I worked in a middle school setting for behavior mod. I have worked in an elementary behavior mod class. I have worked at the high school level in both a resource math setting and also in inclusion at the high school level. I have also had the opportunity to work with children with special needs as an administrator. So I've been an assistant principal at the elementary level. I've been a principal at the elementary level, and I've been a principal at an alternative school that serves sixth grade, middle school and high school, sixth grade through 12th grade. And I've been an administrator, assistant principal at a high school. I am now an elementary coordinator of special populations for our district. So now I'm not working directly with our students right now, but I'm definitely working to support our students. My knowledge of behavior intervention, like I said, I'm definitely not an ABA therapist. I've been teaching this class for quite some time. And like I said, I've worked in elementary behavior mod, middle school behavior mod, residential facilities, and alternative schools. And I'm not going to consider myself a behavior specialist or a behavior therapist. I'm not an ABA certified person. And so you might be thinking, so why is she teaching this class? Well, because you don't have to be a behavior specialist to be able to help children with emotional behavior needs. Not saying that it doesn't help, but the main thing is that you have a strong foundational understanding of how to observe student behavior, how to collect that data, and how to work with a team to develop a plan on how to intervene on behalf of that child so that we can help them to be successful and help them to ultimately manage their own behavior so that they don't need us, so that they can be successful without us. The same thing we hope for our children, that they will be successful without us. My comfort level working with Excel, I'm kind of a geek when it comes to Excel. I'm not great at it, but I love it. So I like to experiment with it. And, I like Excel. So I do more spreadsheet than I do graphs, but I've done a few graphs here and there over the years. So definitely not a novice, definitely not an expert. It's challenging, but I won't let it defeat me. And interesting fact, like I was telling you in the intro, I love to collect chair studies. I've got a curio full of them, as well as a couple containers in the attic because they won't all fit in curio. So in a nutshell, that's me. So like I said, I'm looking forward to a great semester, and I am hoping that you are as well. So that will be your video. So I'm looking for no more than 5 minutes. So let me navigate back to our discussion page. So once you have saved that video, obviously I can't save mine yet. I hit close. Well, not close, but shrink. So once I meant to hit maximize. Once you have saved your video, let me go back to let me see if I can get back to our iLearn page here. It's working slowly because it replaced our iLearn page with my copy of that page. So that's why I had to reopen it. So from that discussion board, once you open it, so what you're going to upload for me will be, it says after you create and share your video, you'll need to watch at least 2 of your peers' videos and post a greeting and response to the individuals whose videos you watched. So when you, so like I said, you don't have to post a template, but you're going to post a link to your video. That video is going to tell me all about you and tell your peers all about you. And then you need to watch at least 2 of your peers' videos. You can be more, but at least 2, and respond to theirs. And your response is at least 3 sentences, saying something about what you learned about them. Not just, hi, good post, see you soon. Or hi, good post, good luck in class. Something about the fact that you actually saw their video, not just a generic statement that could apply to the fact that, yeah, I'm on my discussion board and I didn't open anybody's video. So make sure that it's about there specifically. The video, like I said, everything is there for you. I will be fixing this link so that it's actually linked to this video once this video is concluded. So it will be there for you as well. But like I said, obviously you found it or else you wouldn't be watching it now. So like I said, there is a method to the madness. I know that it's very, very persnickety. I'm very, very specific in everything that I'm asking you to do. But like I said, it's supporting you in being ready for that 150-point assignment. I would much rather you run into an obstacle now than run into an obstacle then. So again, for this assignment, you're going to click on the link provided for you for the template. It's going to force you to create a copy. You're going to fill in the questions. You're going to go to File. You're going to download it as a PDF. You're going to then display that PDF in a video where I can see you and that template at the same time while you're presenting. No more than 5 minutes, brief, short, sweet, brief, to the point. Upload that video. Make sure that your video does not require permission to access and view the video. And then make sure to respond to 2 of your peers. Again, I'm Carolyn Kennedy. I'm looking forward to a great semester. And good hello and good night, or good morning, or good afternoon. I'll see you guys soon.